On to this now. With just over 2 weeks left before the ruling ANC party's elective conference, President Cyril Ramaphosa is pulling out all the stops to ensure he secures another term as party president. Ramaphosa is out in the northwest heading up the ANC's Letsema campaign, trying to get more supporters and strengthen his case ahead of the elective conference in just a few weeks. eNCA's reporter Manqoba Mchunu is on the ground now. Let's cross over to him and see what is happening in terms of the very latest. A very good morning to Manqoba Mchunu. I suppose one of the first questions would be, has the president arrived, and what is it that community members in that community are aggrieved by and hoping that the president will prioritize as he engages them this afternoon?
Well, Rapua, certainly the president has arrived. In fact, just a few minutes ago, we saw him coming here. This is his first stop here in the northwest, where he's going to be visiting. It's a courtesy visit to King Rapulana, Victor Rapulana here of the Barolong tribe here in northwest. And of course, he's going to be engaging with the king as far as some of the issues are concerned. But when you speak to residents at Rapua here, one of the main issues that residents will tell you is issues of service delivery. Of course, you know that as eNCA, we've also been covering quite a number of stories related to this particular municipality, which is the Titsobola municipality in the northwest, where residents have taken to the streets over numerous occasions on issues of service delivery. And when you talk of service delivery here, you talk of service delivery that residents say is non-existent in this particular municipality. You recall, of course, that in September, this municipality was dissolved. It was disbanded by the Provincial Executive Council, and this is due to that very issue of service delivery. When you talk of roads here, there are potholes. When you talk of water, there's issues with water as well as electricity. Those are just some of the concerns that residents will tell you here. And of course, the president's visit coming here, Rapua, just coinciding with the by-election that is meant to take place here 2 weeks from now. We understand that's when this by-election will take place. But I want to bring in one of the ANC members, Zizi Koto, who's here on the ground, just to give us a sense of this visit. Zizi, thank you very much for your time. Let's start here. This visit, why is it so important to the president?
You must remember we launched a national program called Letsema. Among others, reconnecting the ANC with the people, not only reconnecting but resolving problems of service delivery. This is one area. The president has been elsewhere in the country, in a number of provinces, to work with local government, because that is the face of service delivery. As we know, that Tisopotla has had many challenges. I mean, there's been a lack of service delivery here. Mainly there are issues of ill discipline among councillors of the ANC. That issue is being dealt with internally, to an extent that the municipality has had 2 mayors, has had 2 chief whips, has had 2 MMs and so on, because of ill discipline among the councillors of the ANC. I think their behavior does not represent the kind of a cadre of the African National Congress. We are here, obviously, now to salute to the local chief, to make sure that we get a permission to talk to his people and the people in the area. We think that there's a lot that needs to be done to turn around this municipality. If you look around here, there's never been a service delivery for years, and people are saying and telling the story. And only the African National Congress that can self-correct, because what we see here is self-inflicted pain. It's us who must admit and explain to the people that what has happened in this area is wrong, and give reasons why they must also vote the African National Congress, because we think that those who are here, they do not represent the wishes of these communities, they represented their own interest.
But some of the people would say that they don't even want to see the ANC back here. In fact, some of the residents are saying that because of issues of service delivery. So what is it different that you're going to say to people here today?
Firstly, it's an admission that those who are elected, they come through the community processes, they do not represent what the wishes and the desires of the communities. We must make that admission. This, what we see here, is failure of people who were sent to represent the African National Congress. We're now going to, in 2 weeks' time, we're going to elections of the entire municipality. We think that only the ANC has a plan to self-correct, but also to bring service delivery in this area. There is already an intervention from the provincial government point of view to deal with the situation, to make sure that even in the absence of the municipality as we speak, the service delivery does not stop. And I think we do have a plan in terms of our manifesto to turn around, because local government is a face of service delivery, and only the African National Congress can change this mess that we see in this area.
But why now? Some would say that these issues are endemic. They've been here for quite a number of years. Why now?
We must admit that we've been low to take certain decisions. The issues are around ill discipline, for an example. It's an anatomy. This area is an anatomy of what we need to do. We must be intolerant to ill discipline. We mustn't take time to take decisions. To the fact that there's criminal networks that are running municipalities such as this, it's important that we must deal decisively with ill discipline.
And then just finally, we know that there are by-elections here in 2 weeks' time. What would you say to those who are saying that this is just you campaigning for that by-election?
No, what is important is that the president would have started here. But there is a plan nationally that the president would have gone in a number of municipalities, almost similar to this. A number of municipalities which are dysfunctional, which are not performing to the optimum, and I think coming here to the minimum, to the maximum. And I think coming here, it will help to turn around this municipality. Of course, the issue is not just about this by-election. It's go beyond this by-election to make sure that there's stability in the municipality, and the municipality in itself gives service delivery to the area. I mean, if you walk around, you won't believe that there was a municipality. They will tell you that for so many years, heaps and heaps of rubbish, it's heaps, the potholes, it's not even potholes, it's holes on the road. And I think it's important that let's go back and reconnect the trust deficit that exists between the municipality and communities. We'll make sure that over a period of time, the president is already committed in his briefing with the leadership here, that he would like to come back here to see what difference his visit now would have made to the people of this community.
Okay, thank you very much for speaking to us. That's Zizi, who's an ANC NEC member, just giving us a glimpse of what this is all about. Of course, it's part of that campaign, Letsema, which really looks at hearing some of the service delivery concerns from the residents. It started in the Free State earlier this year, where the president has been going to the various communities, speaking to some of those communities and some of the challenges that they're facing. But it's also about strengthening the branches of the ANC itself and engaging the branches to ensure that they are involved in some of the service delivery issues. And as far as service delivery is concerned, the delivery of it to residents is concerned, and that's what the president is here to hear today. Of course, there was an imbizo earlier this year that was held by government, but residents here saying that since that imbizo, not much has changed here.
That is unfortunately the situation for many provinces across the country, Manqoba Mchunu, but we will be catching up with you a little bit later on as you follow the president around as he engages community members there. That is reporter Manqoba Mchunu out covering the Letsema campaign for us, speaking to Zizi there.